originally wanted to wait for the Embernic RGDS before making this video. I really did. And I told myself, hey, let's just hold on. Maybe Embernic is about to drop the perfect Nintendo DS machine. And then the first video started coming out and suddenly I thought, maybe not. Because let's be honest, the RGDS is looking more like a toy with many compromises than an actual DS replacement. And performance-wise, well, let's just say I already feel the overheating through the thumbnails. It's going to be cute, it's going to be small, but great? Probably not. So instead of waiting for a device that struggles to run DS games without latency on both screens, we are doing what we should have done from the beginning. We are going straight to the AYN Thor, our big, beautiful, powerful, expensive, slightly over the kill but we love it monster. And honestly, the Thor deserves this video. Because if you want a proper dual-screen Nintendo DS experience in 2025, you need performance, you need layout flexibility, you need a proper tall display, you need a great emulator, you need, well, a device that doesn't explode when you load Pokémon Black. And the Thor? Yeah, the Thor handles DS games like they are a warm-up exercise before breakfast. So today I'm showing you how to configure MelonDS on the AYN Thor. We'll set it up from scratch, optimize the layout and get everything running in that beautiful vertical dual screen mode that the RGDS wishes it would be running in a nice way. If you are new to the Thor, welcome. If you already own the Thor, congratulations on being financially irresponsible in the best way possible. And if you were thinking of buying the RGDS for DS emulation, oh boy, sit down, we need to talk. Alright, enough teasing, let's configure the MelonDS, let's get the dual screens looking perfect, and let's turn the AYN Thor into the ultimate Nintendo DS machine it was secretly born to be. And obviously, subscribe and like this video. Let's go! Alright, so the first thing we want to do is to update the system software on the AYN Thor. There was a recent release, make sure that you have that. Some stability improvements, but also performance improvements, depending on your internet connection. That might take a bit or be really fast. We are going to skip forward here after clicking update so that I don't have to bother you with the installation process. Alright, so now let's install Obtainium, which is a nice little tool that allows you to keep all your emulation apps up to date from the various GitHub sources. It's ideal if and when you are not using the Google Play Store apps, so I really recommend this one besides this guide and concretely MelonDS. I put down the link below for this GitHub. On the GitHub, you scroll down, we are going to need the ARM64 V8A release. That's the one you want to click on, or a more recent version if you look at this guide later on. Click on it, it's going to download it. And once we did that, we are going to open another website here, the Obtainium Emulation Pack. This one is required to tell Obtainium which emulators it should load and keep up to date. We're going to download the JSON file here. And once that is done, you can go back to your Files application. And if you are better than me, you know that it's on the top. That's the ARM64. The other one, yes, this one, install, yes. We are not opening it, we are opening it yet. Allow for notification if you want notification for new updates of your apps. And then within the app, you can click on Import Export. And from here, we go to Downloads again. That's where the JSON file is. Click on that file. And you see it imported the apps. all of the apps that we need or would need, not for this guide, but in general. Now, very important here, the MelonDS that you see right now, it's not the one that we want to get and use, so we need to go back to the Obtainium Emulation Pack website. If you scroll down, there is the section Dual Screen, and this is the MelonDS we need. We click to add to Obtainium, continue, and now if you scroll up, go back up again, there it is. We click on it, do it again, continue, Melon Dual DS. That's the fork that we need for the dual screen to work. And there it is, installed, and we have it. Now, one thing I want to show you with the example of Game Up Lite here, how to update an app. You see we have 5.1 installed, there is 5.1.3 latest, and it's as easy as that. You select the right version, it's going to update it directly without you needing to visit a GitHub or anything. So I really recommend this one, using this app before doing any emulation configuration on your devices. Okay, so let's configure MelonDS. The first time it's going to start, we'll need to do some work on the folders. First thing right away, set ROM directory. Now we need to locate where you have saved your Nintendo DS ROMs. In my case, that's on the external SD, under ROMs, where you will see my ESDE folder structure. We scroll down to NDS. There it is. We select that, and once in there, use this folder. Then the next thing, you click on the three-dot settings. Make sure that the save file setting, the first one, is deselected, otherwise it's going to save it to the ROM folder. We're going to create a new folder here called MelonDS so that you can use your save files then, maybe with a different device. Let's call it MelonDS. Click OK, use this folder again. Make sure the first option here is not selected. Save state location, save file directory. Perfect. Retroachievements, that is an optional one. If you want to do that, there is a Retroachievements option here. Go in there, log in. Then I'm going to show you cheats. I have a link down below on where to get the cheats. I'm going to briefly show you how to download them here. That's going to download a zip file. Once you have downloaded and extracted that zip file, you go into settings, cheats, enable cheats, import cheats, allow in this case, and then you have to locate the cheats databases folder and select the XML, and it's going to load up all the cheats that you then can import or apply on a game-by-game basis from the menu. That's going to take a bit. Again, this one is an optional step. Alright, so we go into the input settings. First we make sure that there is no input overlay as we have a controller attached. Soft input behavior, we select the last option, then we go to the key mapping, and you can do the key mapping as you wish. Important here for the left, right, up and down, you can actually select both the digital, so the D-pad, as well as the analog. That means that you can also use the analog then to control the DS games. As you see, you can just press on it twice and use analog and D-pad, and it will show both. Otherwise, pretty much standard. What you can do in addition, as I have it here, quick save, I had it on R2, quick load on L2. Let's have a look at the video settings and the screen setup here. We go into the video settings first. renderer we select OpenGL. Native resolution I suggest not more than up to 5. FPS counter top left, but that's an optional obviously. And now we can go back up into the screen setup. We are going to select the external display screen first, which is the bottom screen. So let's select that. And then in the layouts, we need a new layout now. This we can delete because that's the external screen or bottom screen that we have. So the blue one remains. Let's maximize that and then center vertically and center horizontally. With the option button below, you can click and save and exit. That's it for this layout. We are going to name it large. I think this is the one you want to use if you have games that don't use both screens in a dynamic way. Alright, let's select that. Now we are going to create the additional layout. Click on plus. The red one we can delete again. And now for the blue one, you want to select here, let's be careful, exactly the same size as the below screen, which is 1078-ish, more or less. 1087, sorry, exactly. Then center vertically, center horizontally, and again, we press the button below, save and exit. This one, let's give it a name as well. We are going to call it same. And then last but not least, we need to change something, the dual screen presets. Make sure that keep DS aspect ratio is on so that the bottom screen doesn't stretch. We have arrived at the last part of the video. I'm going to show you how to change the screen for each and every specific game. So let's start, for example, Advanced Wars now. We need to press the button. You see that stretched the right way. I want it large in this case because the main action is on the top screen. So this is fine for this game. Let's start a game now where we actually want to change the layout. Pretty known one for this particular case is Sonic Rush. You will see then in the gameplay that for this one, some people prefer that you have two screens at the same size. So let's change that right away. Otherwise you will have sort of this effect here. It's a bit disturbing if you go from top to bottom screen. So we select the button below. Then you need to go, as you did before, into Settings, Video, and then here, Internal Screen Layout, and you change to same. Okay, go back, and there it is. Now you have the same layout. Unfortunately, there is no way to have this saved for a specific game, or at least I don't know of. If you know, then please comment below. That was it, a quick MelonDS setup guide. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.